What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? What it ooh? What it ooh? I guess that's what we're saying now. What it ooh instead of what it do. But you already know what it is, man. We're back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just got the pounding and ready for the next round, man. So with that being said, you see the title of this episode, this live, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call it. You will be downplayed in life. People are always going to try and downplay the things that you do, your achievements, your success. When you secured something, whenever you've achieved something, people are always going to downplay it like it ain't nothing or like they've done something better than what you've done. And the reason why is because they see that you're doing good for yourself and they're mad. That's literally what it is. They see somebody else doing good for themselves, so they get mad about it. And you can't make this up. This is the biggest form of Keisha ever. Can you imagine sitting there getting mad at somebody because they're doing good for themselves? It's like they expect you to do good for them instead of doing good for yourself. And that's the biggest sense of entitlement I think that anybody can have is whenever they look at somebody who's up higher than they are and they're mad at them because they're not where they are. They're not as high up as that person is that they're looking at. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. They're not as high up as the person that they're looking at. Entitlement is something that this generation has a problem with, a big problem with. Everybody nowadays thinks they're entitled to this, entitled to that. Oh, man, I should have $1 million. I should have this. I should have that, man. I should have a Bugatti. I should have a big house. I should have a whole bunch of different cars, man. I should have a whole lot of money. Whatever the case may be. I should have a bunch of clout on social media. Whatever the case may be. People are going to feel like they're entitled to anything and everything that they just see that somebody else has because they think that it's unfair. But the truth is, they worked for what they have. If they didn't work for what they have, then they were probably born into a family that already had it. And there's some people out there who have a whole lot of stuff but didn't work for it because they just happened to be born in the right family. But there's other people out there who didn't have anything. They were broke. They had nothing and no one, and they built themselves up to what they're at now. The people who are born into that type of stuff, they still have a sense of entitlement to whatever it is that they want. They don't understand how to work. They don't understand how to work hard, how to sweat. They don't understand what it means to sacrifice. They don't understand what it means to go through hard times. They don't understand any of this stuff, and it's the sense of entitlement. And it's just like, bro, you are not entitled to everything in the world. These people who are quote unquote entitled think that the whole world revolves around them, but it doesn't. And if you're one of them people, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself why you feel like you're entitled to have everything that everybody else has. Because you're not. You haven't done anything worth deserving of it. You haven't put in enough work to earn it. You haven't sacrificed enough to want it. People just automatically think nowadays that it should just fall in their lap. And it's not going to. And so when you run into people who downplay your achievements and your success, just brush it off and move on. Because it don't matter where you go, there's going to be people who always do that. It don't matter where. It don't matter what you do, where you do it at, how you do it, what you had to do, what you had to give up to get it. Somebody's always going to look down on you. Somebody's always going to be jealous of you. Somebody's always going to feel like they're entitled to what you have. They're going to feel like that you should be giving them some of what you have. And I don't know if y'all have ever been around these type of people or if y'all used to hang out with them, but some people will kind of give this look at you like, and it's the subtle look, and they'll look at you like, you gonna give me some of that? You gonna do me a solid and let me have some of that? It's a solid look that people give, and it's a very selfish look. And a lot of people will give that to you hoping that you're going to say, hey, bro, you want some of this? You want some of that? They're hoping and praying that you offer it to them because they're leeches. They leech off of what you have because they're too lazy to get up and get it themselves. They're too lazy to get up and go work for it themselves. They're too lazy to get up and go sacrifice their time, their money, their resources, their sleep. They're too lazy to do all that themselves. They want it to be passed down. They want it to be handed down to them. They want it on a silver platter. And that's not how it works. That's not how life works. It's not one person more special than the other in society. You're not special. You're not somebody that deserves to have everything. You're not going to be somebody who deserves to have everything, because there's nobody in the world who deserves to have everything. Because there's nobody in the world who has worked hard enough who deserves to have everything. There isn't. I guarantee you there's some of the richest people on earth, there's some things that they have that they don't have, that they feel like they might be entitled to, but they haven't worked hard enough to get it. And it could be working on yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever the case may be. It could be maybe they want to be in shape, maybe they want to be fit, but they're too lazy to get up and go sacrifice time and effort at the gym to get fit. Maybe they want to have a family, but guess what? They don't sacrifice enough time and money to actually raise a family. There's so many things, different things out there that people feel like they're entitled to, that they haven't worked hard enough, they haven't learned how to sacrifice what they need to sacrifice to get those certain things. Everything in life is a trade. You have to trade something to get something else. If you want money, you have to trade your time for money. You have to put in time and work. You have to trade time and effort to get money. If you want to go to the gym, if you want to get fit, you have to sacrifice your time and your effort to go to the gym and get fit. If you're trying to build up a business, you're going to have to sacrifice time and sleep and effort. 3 things just for one thing. If you want to build up your own business and start making your own income, it's a trade. You have to trade something for something else of equal value. And that equal value is your time, your effort, your sleep. Maybe you might have to sacrifice some food. You might not have to eat. There's all these different things that you have to trade in of equal value to receive something of higher value. People don't look at it like that in the world. People look at it as, oh, well, I've been here for this long, so I deserve this, I deserve that. It's like somebody at a job who's been there for, say, 5 years, but does the bare minimum just to get by so he don't get fired. And he expects to get a promotion, he expects to become a manager or whatever, but he don't put in the work to become a manager or get the raise that he wants. And then somebody else comes in that's been there maybe like a year, maybe a little bit less than a year, who works really hard, who does what he's supposed to do and does more, and he gets that raise or he gets that manager position because he's worked hard to deserve it. You could be doing something for so long, but if you're doing the bare minimum, you're not going to do enough to deserve it. You're not going to do enough to earn it. So you got to keep working. You got to keep working hard, and don't worry about anybody who downplay what you've done, because at the end of the day, you know what you've done, and you know how hard it was to do what you've done. They don't, because they're too afraid to work hard. They're afraid of hard work. So don't worry about others who downplay what you do. You just keep doing what you're supposed to do and keep succeeding. A lot of people are going to say they deserve to be successful, they deserve to do this, they deserve to do that, but haven't done anything worth deserving of being successful, being rich. All this stuff, they haven't done anything deserving of it. So don't worry about nobody who be downplaying you. Don't worry about nobody who just brushes your achievements off like it's nothing. Don't worry about nobody who be secretly hating on you behind your back, talking about you behind your back, but when they look at you in your face, they smile and wave. Them people ain't going nowhere, and you ain't got to bring them with you. Don't bring them with you, because all they're going to do is cause you more grief in your life. So don't worry about them. Just let them go. Just let them blow away in the wind. They're like a leaf in the wind. They don't know where they're going to land next. And there's a whole lot more people out there than you think that are like that too, which is crazy. But yeah, man, people will always downplay your success. People will always downplay what you do. It's just a factor of life. It's in certain people's DNAs to do so. Believe it or not, there are some people who have it ingrained in their DNA to be a hater. to be a Keisha. They have it ingrained in their DNA. So don't worry about it. They're just being who they're supposed to be. And you just need to be who you're supposed to be and be successful and keep being successful. Keep working, keep achieving new heights. So yeah, man, with that being said, make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. And I'm getting up out of here. I got some other things I gotta take care of.